Well, the final one for the year, December 2022. Here is the latest for what's impacting the market for real estate. We have increased rates. Now we have the Canadian foreign buyer ban happening in January. Also, we have the buyer rescission period happening in January as well. January is a big month, so stay tuned. And don't forget, our real estate team is giving away another car and over 13,000 in prizes, all on Christmas Day. Make sure you stay to the end. Hey, this is Andrew Holenchuk, Victoria Property Group, eXp Realty. Here's the latest market update for December. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think about this. We're touching on a lot of new things that we haven't touched on before. A total of 384 properties sold in the Victoria Real Estate Board region this December, which is 41.2% fewer than the 653 properties sold in November 2021 and 20% fewer than October 2022. So we're starting to see a lot of declines in the real estate market. Sales of condos were down as well at 42.4% for November 2021 with 136 units sold. Sales of single-family homes decreased 34.1% from November 2021 with 182 sold. So now we're seeing nothing but decreases when it comes to the real estate market in all sectors. But also we're seeing a massive increase in mortgage rates. So 2023 is going to be quite interesting. There were 2,111 active listings for sale on the Victoria Real Estate Board Multiple Listing Service at the end of November 2022, which is a decrease of 3.7% compared to the previous month of October, but 138% increase, that's right, 138% increase from the 887 active listings for sale at the end of November 2021. Those numbers are staggering. There's less transactions happening and we have a massive increase in listings. Still not as close as it was years and years ago, but at the end of the day, we're starting to see a completely different market. So one area I'm going to touch on here is what the Premier, the new one, Abby's rapid introduction of the changes of the Strata Property Act. So in a nutshell, what we're experiencing here locally in Victoria, but as British Columbia as a whole, is we have very low housing numbers. Rent is increasing so high. There's less options for renters. So because of this, the new Premier decided, hey, let's take some rapid action and open up this market even further. So there's changes to the Strata Property Act with removal of rental restrictions and age restrictions other than at 55 years old. Strata Property Act, which removes the rental restrictions and age restrictions other than 55 and older from strata developments, is raising questions within strata communities. This is so impactful to the strata corporations, all the communities that fall under that umbrella. It remains to be seen what effect this may have on the strata market. It is an open question whether these changes will bring any additional rental stock to the market. I think it will at the end of the day. With BC's Complex Residential Tenancy Act, not all homeowners of vacant strata homes have a desire to become landlords, and current interest rates are less attractive to investors who may want to purchase strata rental properties. It is also possible that these measures will contribute further to eroding housing affordability, as older stratas with rental restrictions were generally valued lower than their rentable counterparts. So again, in a nutshell, we need more housing. What did they do? They're opening up all areas within the strata umbrella to say, hey, anybody that had those rental restrictions, there is none anymore, other than the short-term rentals when it comes to like zoning, Airbnb, so forth. So again, this has a dramatic impact in our market area. The Multiple Listing Service Home Price Index benchmark value for single-family homes in the Victoria Core in November 2021 was $1,249,400. The benchmark value for the same home in November 2022 increased by 4.6% to $1,300,000. 307,100. So what that means is there's still an increase of, we're just going to post it right here for you. But that is down from 2.6% from October's value of 1,341,400. The MLS HPI benchmark value for condominiums in the Victoria Core area in November 2021 was 536,200, while the benchmark value for the same condo in November 2022 increased by 9.6% to 587,800. So here we go. We're going to calculate these numbers here. And the difference is right here to the side. This number is down by 2.5% from October value of 602,700. So again, we're seeing decreases in pretty much all municipalities in Victoria when it comes to values. I've seen anywhere from from the end of summer to up to November, there's been anywhere from about 20 to about a 30,000-ish decrease month after month. So very, very impactful. Okay, Bank of Canada increases policy interest rate by 50 basis points, which is impacting and making it so tight for all those homeowners with variable rate mortgages or line of credits. The Bank of Canada last week increased its target for the overnight rate to 4.25%. With the bank rate at 4.5% and the deposit rate at 4.25%, the bank is tightening all these areas, which is having a massive impact in our real estate sector, the market as a whole. Anybody that has a variable rate mortgage, a secured line of credit, it's impacting all homeowners that have variable rates by anywhere from about $70 per 100,000. Now let's say a big ish. So when you start looking at those dollar amounts, it's increasing everybody's mortgage payment dramatically. There's also another potential scheduled rate increase, or they'll hold towards the end of January 2023. So again, if they increase those rates, that's going to put a bigger impact on our real estate market as a whole. It's going to increase those mortgage rates. It's going to put a lot of stresses on these homeowners. In the last month, I've already spoke to at least 10 homeowners that are actually exploring to sell now because they actually can't afford their new mortgage payments. One person I was speaking to, their mortgage payment increased by over $1,000 a month. That would be so impactful to anybody in today's market. Alrighty, so another way the government felt that they're going to impact our market in a positive way, but I really don't think it's going to impact it too dramatically here. Canada's foreign buyer ban begins in January. So that's right, non-residents of Canada cannot buy in Canada for the next couple of years. They felt all these people that lived outside of Canada will not be able to purchase, therefore create more affordability in our market. But my understanding is it's roughly about 3.5% of the buyers are non-residents. So I don't think it's going to impact too much. So here we go in a nutshell. Starting in January 2023, non-Canadians will be banned from buying homes across Canada through the prohibition on the purchase of residential properties by non-Canadian Act. This act prohibits non-citizens and non-permanent residents from purchasing residential property in Canada for 2 years. The federal government has still not released the supporting regulations for the foreign buyer ban. Go figure, typical government. The regulations are expected to include definitions, expectations, and enforcement elements to help us realtors and their clients better understand and comply with the law. The Act restricts non-Canadians from avoiding the ban by using corporations or entities to purchase residential property. Both a non-Canadian purchaser or prohibited property and any person or entity that knowingly assists in the purchase can be fined up to $10,000 and the property may be forced to be sold. Residential property includes detached houses or similar buildings of 1 of 3 dwelling units, as well as parts of buildings such as semi-detached houses, strata units, and other similar premises. Now obviously there's going to be some exemptions, but at this point there's still lots that we don't know about the Act because details have not been announced through the regulation. Again, go figure. There may be exemptions for certain groups of people, types of residential property, and special circumstances, but these have not yet been established. Also, it is still unclear what is meant by control and what is considered purchase within the Act. The final regulations are intended to be published hopefully sooner and not later. Okay, the provincial government thought, hey, let's start controlling and let's loosen the stranglehold in the BC real estate market. And let's throw in the home buyer rescission period. So here we go. This is what this means. To me, this makes zero sense because we're not in a market that has every house going into multiple offers. They are about 7 months to 12 months to 18 months too late, and they're still implementing this. So there's going to be more paperwork, more discussions with your realtor, but let's understand this a little bit further. The home buyer rescission period, which is HBPP, previously known as the home buyer protection period and cooling off period, is expected to be implemented province-wide on January 3rd, 2023. With many details yet to be determined by the BC government, again, go figure, we have been hearing from realtors with questions. So, what is the home buyer rescission period? Which is commonly known as a rescission period. It gives buyers the right to withdraw from a purchase agreement within a specified period of time after an offer is accepted. That's right. If you're a seller, you get an accepted offer, that buyer has the ability to pull out of it. What does that mean? Without a rescission period, if a buyer wishes to terminate an unconditional contract, meaning no conditions, they would need to negotiate with the seller and typically face significant financial penalties or legal ramifications. So what properties will be subject to the HBRP? Our understanding is detached homes, semi-detached homes, townhouses, condos, apartments within duplex or other multi-dwellings, again, residential strata lots, manufactured homes that are fixed to land, and cooperative interests that include a right of use or occupation of a dwelling. So we hear all about this. Now, how much is the rescission fee? So how much will the buyer have to pay the seller if they decide to rescind their offer? Buyers who exercise a right to rescind will have to pay a fee of 0.25% of the purchase price. So for a $1 million home, this would result in a $2,500 fee paid to the seller. So again, there is a fee if you, the buyer, wants to pull out during the rescission period, which you'll owe it to the seller. It's not going to be cheap. I don't want to bore you with all these extra regulations that the government, the provincial and the federal governments are chucking our way, but at the end of the day, we need to know. So let's talk about some positives here. Our real estate team is giving away a car and over $13,000 in prizes, which includes the car, all on Christmas Day. So there is still time to go to our website, go to our Facebook page, follow all the steps to qualify. It's all free. I believe this is our 8th or 9th or 7th car we're giving away in the last 7 or 8 years. So that's what we always love to do. The community supports us and we love supporting our community. We've teamed up with amazing businesses, which we call our key partners, that have contributed all these amazing prizes. So make sure you check out their Facebook page, their website. Please support them because without them, we couldn't make Christmas Day that much special for you and all the winners. If you're thinking of buying or selling, our team has over 70 years experience in this real estate game. So we'd love to help you out. Truly wish you all the best over the holidays. I hope you have an amazing Christmas and all the best to you and everybody in your circle in 2023. Let's make next year the best year yet. Again, thank you for all your support. Like this video, please comment, please subscribe, and I would love to know about what you think about these rate increases, the rescission period, whatever else we chat about, right? Because there's a lot of moving parts now in this real estate game. Again, take care and all the best.